and begin. Hello, beautiful people of the world. My name is Dalton, coach of Ring Selly Boxing. Welcome you to our podcast, To the Bell. I'm here with my lifelong friend, Gustavo. What it do?
What it do?
So, I was watching the big fight right now that everybody's talking about, which by the time you guys be watching this will be tomorrow on Saturday, which is Terence Crawford versus Errol Spence Jr., right? Everybody's talking about undisputed 147, all that good stuff. Well, I was watching an interview yesterday. It was the media day workout, and Ryan Garcia is now with that staple, right? He's now got Derek James, who is the coach of Errol Spence Jr. He's got Frank Martin, who's a good fighter, who's in the same weight class. He's 135, so same as like Javante Davis and all them.
And all that, right?
Yeah, he's also got just now Anthony Joshua. He trains out of that gym now. He's got like a lot of good fighters. Anyway, now he's got Ryan Garcia in there.
So, hold on. So, Ryan Garcia traded trainers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm thinking about the promoters. I'm sorry.
So Derek James is all those good people, right? So anyway, they did the media day workout yesterday for Errol Spence Jr. And one of the guys was like interviewing, Errol Spence and this and that. And Ryan showed up. Ryan Garcia just got done training with Derek James. So they all went over there to the media day workout just to go show some love support.
Right.
And the guy asked him, like, how's training going? How's Derek James going? He's, man, I prayed about it. What should I do? I ended up in Dallas, Texas. Now I'm with Derek James with Errol. He's like, all right, yeah, man. So what's your goals now? He said, man, I've been training every day. I've been improving every day. I'm getting better and better. I plan on fighting Rolly Romero at 140. He said, he basically called him out on the interview.
Damn.
And I did a short about it today. And he said that he wants Rolly Romero at 140. But right now, that weight class is going to be starting getting like kind of stacked because that's where Teofimo Lopez is at. That's the fight he just had recently with Josh Taylor that he retired, now he came back out of. So he's saying that he wants to fight really at that weight class. So now I'm just wondering, because Devin Haney and Tio's been kind of like shooting shots at each other a little bit. Because the second, we talked about it, the second he retired, Teofimo Lopez,
He came back.
Devin Haney was like, well, I want his belts at 140, then I'll fight for him. And then Tio said, well, I'm not going to retirement just yet. If you want those belts, come get them. So I wonder if there's like some clout going on. So I wonder which fight would come first. Would it be Ryan Garcia versus Rolly Romero, or would it be Devin Haney versus Tio? And then whoever wins that, because everybody wants the belts, and right now Tio is technically undisputed at that weight class at 140. So whoever fights eventually got to fight Teofimo Lopez. And then like fun fact, Ryan Garcia has never had a world championship fight. He's never had a belt. He's never fought for a belt. He's never defended the belt. The only thing close to it was whenever he fought for a title eliminator against Luke Campbell. And I messed up because I made a short and I was like, oh, maybe Ryan Garcia can get another world champion fight and become a world champion. No. I was like, I don't think he's ever had a world title fight. And I Googled it. How many belts does Ryan Garcia have?
Zero.
I was like, man.
Oh, you got called out in the comments.
Did I?
Yeah.
Sweet. So I called myself out that day. I was like, that ain't right. What did it say? Do you know?
I don't remember.
But it's probably something like, no world title. Because as soon as I said it, I was like, I didn't write it. So I looked it up and I was like, nah, I messed up. But I was like, I'll point it out. So the guy that commented, you probably ain't even watching this, but yeah, I know. I know. Because I noticed it like that day. I was like, on my way to work. And I was like, man, he never had a world title fight ever.
Yeah.
But he sells tickets.
Yeah.
I mean, at his last time, Ryan Garcia and Javante Davis was a pretty big fight. So that's awesome. But, I mean, we'll see. Again, there's some good fights over the horizon, so we'll just have to stay tuned and see that. And then I was wanting to look up, because I still haven't seen anything with, is it Cruz?
Yeah, I haven't either.
But they said he's fighting on the co-main. But, I mean, that fight card should be coming out, like, real soon. Because, I mean, when they watch this, he'll be fighting tomorrow. It'll be that Saturday. So I'm like, man, I'm like, I want to see him fight again. And I hope they do.
They find them all?
Well, no. Nobody's. The only people fighting coming up is going to be Terence and Errol Spence.
That'd be July.
It'll be 29. It'll be next weekend, but to the ones watching, it'll be tomorrow because we always post a week later.
That's right.
So this video needs to come out before next Saturday.
It can.
Okay.
It can. Because usually you post them on Fridays. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm always like, well, tomorrow when y'all watch it,
He said he's gonna start doing Mondays.
Yeah, let's think about Mondays, but I can. To make it work, we can do this.
Mondays are good when it's like fight nights. So I'll be coming on Sundays and we'll like post them on Monday.
Yeah.
Like just like what we've seen during the fights. Up next, going down the list, another big fight coming up, which I keep saying it, and I've said it the other day. I did a short on it again, which I'm not seeing squat on Nate Diaz and Jake Paul. I'm not seeing anything,
Uh-uh.
man. I keep talking about that. It blows my mind. But what I did see was a video. I don't know if you've seen it or if you've seen it, but a video of Nate Diaz smoking a blunt in the rain, shadowboxing. Have you seen that?
No.
I haven't seen that.
No.
No.
There's a video. It literally just came out this week, and it's Nate Diaz. He's got a blunt in his mouth off to the side, and he's shadowboxing inside the ring. And all the comments are like, "Oh man, Nate Diaz about to mess up Jake Paul." Dude, it looks like he hasn't trained at all. I've seen 2 videos. One was him doing a demonstration class on Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, and this was like about a week or 2 ago. And then I seen that video of him smoking a blunt inside the boxing ring, shadowboxing. So, and everybody said like, like the caption said Nate Diaz getting ready for Jake Paul. The comments was like Nate Diaz getting ready for that paycheck, and I'm like, yeah, he ain't. I mean, he ain't taking it serious at all, man.
I seen I forgot who it was. It was the same podcast that guy said, "You think you can get me?"
Oh, Bradley Martin.
Brett Martin, Nate Diaz was in it.
Yeah.
A while back. You seen it?
And he's like,
Yeah.
Bradley Martin was like, yeah, you could get me, but I don't think Devin Haney could get me. And Nate Diaz goes, you talking about the fighter, right? Devin Haney, the fighter? He's like, yeah. He's like, yeah, he'd get you.
Yeah.
He's like undisputed, man. Yeah, he'd get you. He's like, you mean he wouldn't get you? He's like, he's literally at one. He's one.
The thing I like, he said the difference between me and you. I'm a fighter and you're a podcaster. I was like, damn. I was like, all right.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people's like that, man. Like, I don't play basketball that much, but I'm not going to call it LeBron James. Like, man, one-on-one, bro. Like, no, man, respect the sport, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, yeah, you sit behind a phone doing podcasts and sit behind a computer. Man, I'm in the gym fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and you think you can beat me?
It's because you're big. It's because he's big.
Yeah, I lift weights, dude.
Yeah.
You don't understand. It takes more oxygen to lift those arms, to throw a punch. Anybody that's ever boxed for a minute or sparred for a minute, you know your hands get real heavy, real fast.
Just like yesterday when I was doing the class, because I've been out, I haven't worked out or come over here to do
your injury.
my injury, another injury. That's why y'all need to subscribe.
Get
me out the mud. Man, yesterday we were doing class and took them gloves off to do the what's it called?
Speed bags.
No, the other one.
Double bag.
Yeah. To do that, and I took the gloves off just to do that or whatever, and I feel so much. It feels so light. It's taking off them gloves. Them gloves feel so heavy. But once I took them off, I was like, damn, that's a big difference. You know what I'm saying? That's like a big, big difference. I was like, damn.
I mean, it's a pound, man. You have pounds on your hand. You take them off, man. That's what I like about like the speed bag. Like when you turn the gloves on, you go to the speed bag. You're just like so light.
So light and quick, yeah.
You're like, oh, that's
nothing.
I do this all day.
Yeah.
Do you? I know we've talked about it before, but do you have a lot of faith in Nate Diaz with this fight with Jake Paul? Because I know you're a fan. We talked about it. You're a fan of Nate Diaz.
Yes, but like there again, I know because they asked him. He said, "Are you planning to go back to fight in the UFC?" He said, "Yes." He said, "I just want to do this." I forgot. I think I seen it on the podcast, on that same podcast. I can't remember or whatever. But he was like, they asked him. He said, "Well, are you gonna do this? Once you do this, are you planning on going back to mixed martial arts?" And he was like, "Yes." So I mean, just because we haven't seen videos of him training or whatever, it doesn't mean that he ain't been training. But
I hope that's the case.
But I mean, either or, I don't blame him. Even if he ain't taking this shit serious,
you're getting the most you've probably ever been paid in your whole career.
Yes, you get paid real good. So I mean, go ahead, take that fight and make that money.
Because see, I mean, a lot of fighters, man, how they promote their fights is they always post videos of training.
Yeah.
Always. And you got the Canelos, the Errol Spences, the Terence Crawfords, the Floyds. Anytime there's a fight coming up, man, you'll see a video almost every day of them training. Yeah. Just something different. And I've seen a lot of Jake Paul. I've seen zero, man. I've seen of him like legit training. Him sweaty, like getting done training, nothing.
I wish that they would have done like the 24/7 HBO.
Yeah.
I wish they would have done that on Nate. On Nate.
They did, and they're still doing it. They've had 2 episodes, All Access.
All Access, yeah.
And they're doing it. And I've always posted them for Terence and Errol Spence Jr. They've already posted them, but I haven't really. I mean, I've talked to you guys about it. I haven't really seen nothing big.
Maybe that's a strategy.
Nobody. I feel like they're all gonna like not know, or they're all forget about the fight. Because sometimes they'll be like, "Oh man, you watching that fight tomorrow?" And they're like,
"What fight?"
What fight? Yeah, and then you're like, "The Nate Diaz and Jake Paul." I didn't see anything about that. That's tomorrow. You're like, "Yeah, dude."
Because they ain't even done no.
I haven't. They did I think one press conference.
Yeah.
It's where Jake Paul's guy was like, "Hey, I want to fight your brother. I think I could beat you up." And Jake Paul's like, "I'm gonna fire you." And Jake Paul's like, I'm sorry, Nate, that's one of my guys, blah, 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 blah. I haven't seen really anything big with them, man, going back and forth. Because normally they're both like that. They're both like, they like to talk a lot and do the whole smack talk. Because Nate's like an OG. And Jake Paul likes to run that mouth too. But I haven't really seen a whole lot, man. So it might, like you said, it could be strategy or it could come back and bite him in the butt. And I also think this, and I've talked about it, I think a lot of people are looking forward to the big fight, if you ask me, in YouTube boxing or influencer boxing would be Jake Paul and KSI. Just because KSI beat Logan Paul, a while back, and Jake Paul's like, I want to get that back. But it's weird because Logan's friends with KSI now. They have crime together, this and that. And Jake Paul still says it. He's like, Logan won't say it, but he wants me to fight KSI. He's like, he won't say it because they're buddies and they have this, they have this business together. But he wants me to fight KSI, and I want to. So I wonder, I'm hoping that what happens is they fight, and after the fight, Jake Paul is like, now y'all know who I really want, KSI, and then let that be the whole next. Because I think that would be a big fight, man. Because KSI, man, that boy's in shape. That boy is in shape. I was got a picture like just the other day, and dude's chest is like defined, his abs are cut out. I mean, dude has been putting in some work. So I think a lot of people want to see that fight, or maybe like. There's been rumors about KSI want to fight Tyson Fury. And I'm like, I'm kind of like you. I'm kind of like, why would he want to fight Tyson Fury?
That's stupid.
But that's what they're saying. I mean, you asked me, the biggest fight, Jake Paul, KSI. And then that could make a lot of money, and they could do a rematch, a trilogy of how the fight goes, and that could be like cash cow. But, I mean, who knows, I don't know. I'm just what I think. I think KSI and Jake Paul should get it on and then see what happens from there. Because Jake Paul, I feel like a lot of fans think after he lost that fight with Tyson Fury, he's no longer relevant. He's like, well, and you got to think, everybody said the same question. I want to see him fight a boxer. I want to see Jake Paul fight a boxer. He did. What happened? He lost. So now they're like, he's in the trash him. He couldn't beat a boxer, so we don't want to watch him no more. And he went right back to fighting MMA fighters. And I saw on the podcast, I was like, Jake Paul actually impressed me. Yeah, he wasn't amazing or spectacular, but he can compete with them other guys. He competed with, Tyson Fury. Like, yeah, it wasn't like, a crazy fight, but he was able to hang in there with them and went the distance. So I'm like, that showed me that Jake Paul could fight those other professional boxers and give those guys a chance to make millions. The ones that train their butts off. Let them get some cash too,
Yeah.
But, I mean, who knows? We'll have to see. And then on top of, like, the influence fight, you got Francis Ngannou fighting Tyson Fury. As you talked about that. And I made a short. I watched the interview the other day, and I posted this. And thank you, fans that watched. I got 2,000 views. To me, that's a lot. That's actually that's a personal record for us. So kudos to you guys who are watching this. Thanks for the 2,000 views. So we get somewhere. Now I got to beat that one. But Francis claims that he's going to box Tyson Fury. And I don't mean, they're boxing. I mean, no, like strategically. He said he's going to box Tyson Fury. And I made the short. I said, to be honest, I don't think he should do that at all. His best bet, which is how he gets a lot of his KOs, is just land that one big punch. And then I've also said this, but the big thing is Deontay Wilder landed that one big punch. And Tyson Fury got up, continued to box him, and beat him and won. And they did 3 fights. And, I mean, Tyson Fury won all 3 fights. So I'm like, his best bet is to not box. Because Francis Ngannou is not a boxer. He's like a finisher. He's used to... he kind of throws haymakers. He does a lot of this, like throws the left, drops the right, throws the right, drops the left. And Caleb actually showed me a video of him fighting. I can't remember who it was. I don't watch UFC, but he was coming in and missing every punch. And he's crossing his feet as he's coming in. And as he's coming in, the guy's hitting him. And he finally lands that one big punch, drops the guy down, he finishes him. And Caleb's like, man, he does this a lot. Because, he watches UFC. He's like, man, he does that almost every fight. Like, he'll, drop his defense and just start throwing bombs. And he lands them, knocks them down. But can you do that against Tyson Fury? Can you come in there throwing those punches and crossing your feet on a world-class boxer who's never been beat? I'm like, it's not going to work out like you think it is. You'll make good money. Like, will you beat Tyson Fury? Probably not. Does he know that? Yeah. I mean, he's making, we talked about it, quite a bit of money to fight Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Is that to win? No, that's just to get in there, So I don't think winning's really on his mind. Which would be, I mean, like I said, he can knock Tyson Fury down. Dude, he's the hardest hitter, the hardest hitting UFC fighter. I mean, that's a fact. So I'm just wondering, like, when you do hit him or if you hit him, like, is that gonna be enough to put him down? Because Tyson Fury, I mean, he's gonna get back up. Well, we've seen it. We've seen it before. I'm just wondering how that's gonna play
Well,
out.
how has Buddy got knocked down?
Yeah, like Deontay Wilder knocked Tyson Fury down.
No,
Francis Ngannou? Ooh, I don't know. He's been
I
wild.
mean,
I don't know if he's been knocked down, but
I mean, he got a strong chin. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
Caleb showed me videos today of his highlights, and he's been a few times that he's got hit, his legs get real wobbly, and they'll come in and he'll hit him, and then knock the guy out. I'm like, that's insane, dude. But he's a hard hitter. I mean, he's about to get knocked out, and the guy rushes in because he starts wobbling back, and then catches him and knocks him out, and then wins the fight. So I mean, dude, it's gonna be entertaining.
So he said that he was gonna box him.
The exact video I posted was him going, I know I'm a power puncher, but I'm gonna box Tyson Fury.
Well, what about if he was saying that just to like?
He ain't gonna box him, dude.
No, just to like be like, like throw bait out there, but not really. Like you said,
or he's just kind of baiting the audience. Like, no, believe me, watch me come October. I'm gonna fight him. I'm gonna outbox Tyson Fury. No, you're not. Because I know, dude. Tyson Fury is, and you could do a whole podcast on just him, the trials and tribulations that he's faced, and depression and suicide, and all this stuff that he's dealt with, and he's a world class boxer, man. As big as he is, he moves like a middleweight. He's dancing around the ring, he's snapping your head back, he's dancing, he's having fun. I'm like,
you know who he kind of remind me of? JT.
Yeah, but the audience is like,
and what if they watch
like JT who? Yeah, maybe.
They watch the first episode, they know who JT is.
Yeah, you go back and watch the first episode. But I mean, 100%. Yeah, I mean, he is like a. But I mean, dude, I don't know if it's gonna be what he thinks it is, but I mean, who knows? I would be jaw dropped if he did end up knocking Tyson Fury out, and it's a possibility. Like, I mean, the dude hits hard. I mean, I'd be surprised. I'd be surprised.
And this fight is the 20.
It's October 8th.
October 8th.
October 8th is when that goes down. And then when this podcast comes out, no, it's actually tomorrow. So it's actually July 22nd. The Misfits Misfits Boxing is a KSI promotion, and they're doing a fight tomorrow in Nashville, Bridgestone.
Right.
And that's the tag team and all that good stuff. I don't know. The only fighter I know on the whole card is Ty Tomlin, which is a guy that we went and seen to fight, and that's his fight, right? So Ty's a good buddy of ours. We've seen fight quite a few times. That's him. So shout out to Ty Tomlin. Awesome dude. He's the only guy that I know on the card. I don't know anybody that's that does the Misfits boxing, and maybe that's on me because I just strictly watch professional boxing. But Ty is fighting. Yeah, he's fighting.
He's fighting them all.
He's fighting them all
at
Bridgestone. Yeah, which since I've known him, it's his second time fighting at Bridgestone. He fought on Caleb Plant's undercard.
That's big. That's a big fight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dude. And I remember this is before I've ever met Ty, and I always tell him this. I always text him and tell him, like, man, how ironic is that? But the first time I ever heard Ty's name or anything, I go to Caleb Plant's fight, and I'm wearing Caleb Plant's Sweet Hands shirt, and I get there and I keep seeing all I see all night is Caleb Plant shirts and Ty Tomlin shirts. I'm like, man, who is this Ty Tomlin guy? And I seen him do like the media day workout. He was there, and I just remember thinking, man, he's like my age. I'm a year older than Ty is. I think he's like 22, 23, and I just turned 24. And I'm like, man, look, he's young. I'm like, who is this guy? And all I'm seeing is Ty Tomlin shirts.
Because he got a lot of support.
Ty is such a cool, humble guy, man. Like, hats down to Ty Tomlin. Awesome dude. I tip my hat to him. But he fights on Caleb's card, and I was like, man, that's all right. Hell yeah. I'm like yelling for him, cheering him on, and he does like phenomenal. Impressed me, man. I mean, that is a phenomenal job. Fast forward, Edwin is going down there to spar Ty. And then I meet Ty like personally. I'm like, man, I seen your fight on Caleb Plant. Like, dude, that's awesome. It's cool. And now I'll text him and like talk about him. Cause I'm like, man, I've known him for a couple of years now. And I'm like, man, that's cool how things kind of play out. I went from watching you fight, like in the audience, not knowing who you are, to now I know you personally and have been to some of your fights. Have been there, shown support, shown love. The guys got to meet him. And it's funny, at his fight, they talked so long. His dad was like, yo, man, y'all got to take pictures. Y'all got to chill out. Y'all got to. And Ty's like, man, I'll come to your gym one day. Like, you let me know. We'll talk. Well, he's like, I got to take pictures. Because Chase was talking to him. Kevin was talking to him. 100%. And we're talking. He's like, man, you gotta next. You guys
gotta move.
gotta move.
I didn't take no picture.
Yeah, but
I was over there, and I was like, man, come on. And then I meet my boy Freddie. Shout out to Freddie.
Yeah, right. No,
Freddie. Yeah, right
thanks.
there. And I was over there.
And Freddie actually just fought this past weekend and got a draw, and they want to run it back. So shout out to Freddie's another phenomenal fighter.
Yeah.
Trains out of Las Vegas. Trains at the the Showtime gym. And I mean, they got some good guys on there too. Man, he's getting some good sparring in. He spars with Sugar Shane Mosley, his son. Spars with him.
And
he spars with
Vargas.
Vargas spars them. Spars Muhammad Ali's grandson. They got Vegas is full of fighters, man, and that's just the place that they get to sparring with. But Buzz on my man, and like you said, Ty Tomlin is a huge deal in Nashville. Anywhere in Tennessee. He's from Cheatham County. So it's not exactly Nashville. It's 15 to 30 minutes out of Nashville.
Yeah.
But again, huge. You go to Tennessee, man, y'all know Ty Tomlin? Yeah, Ty Tomlin. Yeah, they love him. I have not seen anything on Misfits of them posting Ty. Me and Kev talked about it. I'm like, dude, that people in Nashville love Ty Tomlin. They love him. If you get on any Misfits thing, they have not posted him at all. And to me, that's weird. To me, it's weird because I'm like. He sells tickets, man. Ty sells tickets in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Hopkinsville, man.
Hopkinsville was packed. Half of the day.
Ty's the main event, dude. And I met JD's, Deontay's coach there. Ty's a big deal, man. And they had a lot of fights on that, and he was the main event. And for them not to promote him, I was kind of like, man, that's weird. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah.
If I didn't know Ty personally, like him and his dad, Daryl, I wouldn't have known that he was fighting tomorrow. I would have had no clue. But I do know him. I have him on social media. That's how I knew they were fighting. But if y'all would have said that, I wouldn't have seen it. So to me, I was like, man, that's Ty's that's their Caleb Plant. That's Nashville's oh, we love Ty. Because like you said, it was a huge show, man. People standing up.
But you see people from the back, and then when he started fighting, they all came to the front. I mean, half of that thing, it was for him. And I was and then I even asked him, I was like, who's fighting next? He said, the main dude. I was like, your dude? He said, yeah. I said, dang, he brought the whole county with him.
Dude, they do, man.
He did.
They put on a show, and what they'll do is, Ty walks out, and they'll all line up. They'll have a whole line all the way to the ring of all his fans. Standing by each other. They're walking by, they're dabbing them up. I mean, he puts on a show. He knows how to draw into the crowd and get a good rouse out of them. And I hope he wins. It should be a good fight. I think he'll win. I looked up the other guys fighting. I can't remember his name, but he's from Mexico. And this would be the second guy he's fought that's from, because the guy he fought in Hopkinsville he didn't speak a lick of English, remember?
No, he was from Cuba.
But I can't remember. But
he was Hispanic,
he said, man, that guy didn't even know. He didn't know how to speak English.
Yeah.
He was talking to his mom and had to go to Google Translate because
he
didn't know how to speak English. Yeah. And the guy he's fighting tomorrow, it says he's out of Mexico.
Oh, okay.
But every guy he fights that's close to, he fought a guy that was 16-2 or 16-1, close record to Ty's record. Ty's got 15 fights. This guy had 16 wins, 2 losses, and he beat the guy. So I think that I hope that Ty beats him tomorrow. Yeah. And I got a lot of faith in Ty. Ty's a tremendous fighter. I mean, he's got that dog in him for sure. And they call him Short Fuse because he talks about how when he'd spar, he gets hit with a good shot, instantly make him mad, and he'd just go ham, another level. So they always call him Ty Short Fuse Tomlin because he'd get in there and, you land a good punch, it's bet. Doom, 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 doom. Anything you want to say, Gus?
Nah, I'm good.
Anything you want to say, Davis?
Just say that we're at 169 subscribers.
We gained 4.
I think we gained
5.
4. Was it 5?
5 this week, yes.
Yeah.
So sweet, man. You guys, we're slowly climbing that hill, and we just talked about that. You was like, man, we had, what was it, 34? Or there's a certain level that we just stopped. And you was like, man, are we ever going to get past that?
Yeah, it was 140 something.
I think it was 147.
Yeah.
It was 147. So, I mean, we're slowly getting there, which I'm getting a lot of the subscribers off the shorts. A lot of people don't really watch the long podcast because, I mean, I don't blame them. I ain't mad at them. But, I mean, I just want to say thank you guys for supporting us.
Yes.
And, I mean, even just a like, a comment, especially the subscribes, really helps us out a lot.
Yeah.
It feels like what we're doing, I mean, we're okay, well, somebody's watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They might not make it this far, but we're like,
I mean, we're still on zero budget.
Somebody's subscribing. Yeah. We're another one. Somebody else subscribe. Yes. We're getting all hyped up and whatnot. So you want to tell your
man, tell your mama, tell your daddy, sister, brother, everybody subscribe so I can get out of here.
You already know.
'Cause
You already
I'm
know.
keep on getting hurt.
You already know. If you like what you saw, you like what you heard, like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate it, So you guys keep doing what you're doing. Time.